Okay, so I did this recording, nothing came out. I'm just going to go and give you all that explanation again, which I pre-recorded. Okay, so basically what I've done is I have made a box of 14 inches. 14 inches box, I've measured down 15 inches, and then I've taken an inch off and curved that up for the trouser front. 2 inches from the top, I am going to angle this out, shape this onto the hips and shape this down to the bottom. Here I've marked out the center of the 14 inches. On either side I've taken 4.5 inches. This is going to be the poncha, slightly curved in and then taken up. The inside leg is going to be left at 27.5 inches, and I did do a detailed recording. Unfortunately it didn't come out. I will do that again another time because I am running late and my tailors are waiting around. So this is one of my scissors that I bought from the UK, which I regularly use, and you will be familiar with my scissor. Okay, so yesterday the other day I did a cutting of one of the trousers, and one of my very old students commented that this is not the cutting of the tailors, but this is your cutting. Yes, true. Those that have learned from me will know my cutting. It is slightly different to the tailors. I am very, what can I say? I'm not very precise, but I just guess, and my guesswork is generally very good. And normally the cut of my trousers are very accurate, and the fitting is generally very good. This is something that over years of stitching I have perfected. Okay, so these are my two front side legs. Now, because the tailors are going to be stitching this, I am going to mark these out for them. So this leg now, what I'm going to do is take the 3 away, and I am going to turn this around, and I am going to use the same piece. And this is a procedure that tailors don't often use. I've seen my own tailor downstairs, he's an expert, but he doesn't use this, and sometimes he ends up putting pieces into the fabric, which I'm not really fond of, having a piece in the trouser when there is adequate fabric. So there is lots of fabric here. First of all, we need to make sure that we arrange this properly. Now, if you're familiar with my tailoring, what I often do, first of all, you need to make sure that the fabric is straight. Okay, you need to absolutely make sure that the fabric is, this center line is actually in line, so you don't get a twist in your trouser. Now, generally when you cut trousers, I always say that there is actually a lot of fabric, and you do get lots and lots of fabric left over, but tailors obviously don't take the time and don't take the initiative to save on fabric. This is something that you do yourself. Okay, so for the inside leg, all I'm going to use is I'm going to use the template that we've got. And by using the template, we are going to mark this out. I like the back of the trouser quite wide, and this stops any twisting of the trouser. Okay, So this is the kind of cut that we're going to go for the trouser. Then we're going to go around. Don't forget, I'm trying to work with the camera, so the camera's in the way. Just work around here. So first and foremost, we're going to take this piece out, which is the crutch of the back area. And then we are going to angle this out. This will be, the back of the trouser is going to be a lot longer than the front of the trouser, and that's so that the butt area is quite wide and you don't get a pull towards. And now I'm sure many of you would have seen me cutting the trouser many times. This is not the first time I've done a trouser cut. Now this is for one of my very regular customers, this trouser is, and actually I would want a comment from her to tell me whether she prefers the cut of the tailors or she prefers my cut, because before I come back I would like to have any flaws in the trouser cutting to be taken away by the tailors. So really that's it, that's the trouser cut. These are all my spare pieces. Now what I've got to do is I have got to lay out the trouser for cutting, for sewing. So what we're going to do is, now this looks humongous, but when it's worn, she will get a very good handling on this. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to lay this out for stitching so that the tailor doesn't get confused. Now there is a slight bit of a deviation here, which I'm going to take out. I notice these things instantly. Okay, so this has got to be symmetric. We've got the one side of the trouser, the other side of the trouser. We've got to get the two pieces. So one is going to go here, and our other piece is going to go there, and that's two trousers cut, ready for stitching. And then we've got the exact same with the other trouser. So now is the moment of truth, because I'm going to take this down and see how the tailors handle my cutting.